This is Radio Taiwan International. Welcome to the news on Radio Taiwan International. I'm Michelle Chang coming to you from Taipei, Taiwan. We begin with a look at today's top stories for Friday, October 17th. Regarding the recent website hacking, RTI has released an updated statement. A Chinese invasion would not be a single-front attack, according to NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte. And tornadoes have been spotted in southern Taiwan. But first, today's top story. Various claims have been circulating in reports regarding an internal hacking incident at Radio Taiwan International, or RTI. To safeguard its reputation and avoid misunderstandings, RTI has issued the following statement. 1. The incident was discovered, investigated, and reported on by RTI. On September 11, 2025, RTI discovered that its official website had been hacked by an anonymous user who replaced the homepage banner photo. Evidence of the illegal activity was immediately submitted to the Taipei City Police Department and Justice Ministry's Investigation Bureau for further investigation. The station reminded the involved authorities of the potential risk it posed to national security. 2. Judicial police, with the assistance of RTI security supervisor and other colleagues, found evidence indicating the incident was orchestrated by a small number of rogue employees who colluded with external collaborators to deliberately disrupt normal website operations. 3. RTI employees implicated in the incident have been suspended pending the investigation. After filing a complaint with the District Prosecutor's Office on Monday, October 13th, RTI scheduled a personnel review meeting for October 21st to determine disciplinary actions in accordance with the station's policy. NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte warned that a Chinese attack on Taiwan could facilitate Russian action against NATO, urging that the two countries be seen as a conjoined threat. Per The Telegraph, Rutte was speaking Tuesday at the 71st Annual NATO Parliamentary Assembly in Slovenia. In a separate interview with The Economist, Rutte stated that China continues to strengthen its military and cooperation with Iran and North Korea, with projections of 1,000 nuclear warheads and a large navy by 2030. Because of these reasons, he says, NATO needs to increase defense spending. He points out that by circumventing sanctions and providing dual-use goods, among other means, China is assisting Russia's war efforts in Ukraine. If China ever decides to invade Taiwan, it will not be a one-front war, Rutte says. It is very likely that China will force its junior partner in this relationship, namely China under the leadership of Vladimir Putin, to take action against NATO to invade us. He says NATO cannot afford to view the Indo-Pacific and Euro-Atlantic as two separate theaters of operations. Local Kaohsiung residents were terrified this Tuesday when a tornado appeared over Meinong District.
In 2019, a massive tornado appeared in the sky above the rural Ligang Township in Pingdong County, Taiwan. Footage showed the funnel-shaped cloud lingering, then shifting towards the left side of the screen, terrifying members of the public. In 2014, a 50-story tornado struck Ligang Township, destroying everything in its path and devastating a large orchid garden. Recalling the incident, one man shares that the garden suffered losses worth over $325,000. Just this Tuesday, a tornado appeared over Meinong District in Kaohsiung, terrifying spectators yet again. Atmospheric sciences professor Liu Qinghuang from Chinese Culture University explains that Meinong's flat terrain, coupled with its unstable atmosphere, makes it favorable for tornado formation, especially before a front approaches. While relatively uncommon in Taiwan, tornadoes do sometimes appear, striking fear into the hearts of unsuspecting residents. Tristan Hildebrand for RTI News.
The legislature passed a special budget after a third reading this Friday, including a total of 236 billion NT dollars or $7.7 billion in cash payouts. Citizens, foreign permanent residents, and foreign spouses are eligible to receive 10,000 NT dollars or $326 cash handouts as soon as early November this year. The special budget aimed at strengthening the economy, Social Security, and national security was approved by the cabinet in September and included 550 billion NT dollars or $17.9 billion in expenditures. An amount of 20 billion NT dollars or $652 million was set aside for future allocations, including industry support. DPP legislator Chen Pei-yu said the passing of the special budget was a joint effort between the ruling and opposition parties. She announced that the cabinet will begin distributing the funds within a month, hopefully making them available to all citizens within several months. KMT legislator Weng Xiaoling said she hopes the special budget will stabilize public sentiment and boost short-term consumption. Foreign Minister Lin Jialong announced via social media that although Taiwan's economic cooperation framework with Canada has been delayed, it is still progressing. Following his meeting with Canada's new representative, Lin says he hopes both sides will continue to deepen bilateral relations while celebrating the 40th year of Canada's trade office in Taiwan this coming year. On Thursday, Lin met with Marie-Louise Heinen, the new Canadian representative to Taiwan. Lin noted the rapid progress and development of Taiwan-Canada relations since the signing of Canada's 2022 Indo-Pacific Strategy. He also pointed to the Foreign Investment Promotion and Protection Arrangement and the Science, Technology and Innovation Arrangement of 2023 and 2024, respectively. These, he says, show the steady advancement of economic cooperation, building on one another's strengths and expanding into sectors such as semiconductors, AI, energy, and mining. Lin also shared Heinen's positions from their meeting, saying she emphasized the significant strides in Taiwan-Canada relations from recent years, including the multiple cooperative agreements signed in just the past 2 years. Speaking to the economic cooperation framework specifically, she said, although it's lagged slightly due to Canada's federal election, it's still progressing steadily. Despite reporting claiming trouble in the relationship, both sides' negotiation teams seem to be satisfied with the results and discussions have been constructive. The Interior Ministry has announced its Taiwan Marine Chart app to be released on November 1st. Designed with functions including navigation and positioning, port and landmark search, sea conditions and weather information, and more, the app is expected to assist small vessels and divers and prevent coastal traffic incidents. In a press conference on Thursday, Interior Minister Liu Shifang stated that many smaller watercraft, such as yachts, fishing boats, and dive operators, are not currently required by the International Convention for the Safety of Life at Sea, or SOLAS, to have an electronic chart display and information system, or ECDIS, equipped. Due to this lack of regulation, they are a high-risk group for maritime safety incidents. Justice Department Inspector General Zhang Zemin expressed his appreciation for the effort behind the project, saying,
The
development and cost are not the important parts of this app. What is important is the data in it. The map data is actually taken from the ocean surveying and mapping that we have accumulated over more than 10 years. Just looking at the surveying and mapping of Taiwan's entire marine area, our department invested more than 100 million NT dollars. However, the data is from all relevant ministries.
Since the app also requires international cooperation, Zhang underlined that due to these factors, there is no way to estimate the cost. Liu said that the new app is based on internationally issued electronic navigation charts and designed for use by non-SOLAS ships. Within network coverage, real-time maritime information is available, and maps can be downloaded in advance for use offline. It is expected to be launched simultaneously on the Apple App Store and Google Play on November 1st this year. The app will be free for the half-year trial and then assessed for fees. Taiwan's convenience store chains have accelerated their store openings, reaching 14,236 as of August this year, according to the Economic Ministry on Thursday. The Statistics Department reports that the average single-store sales have already exceeded 30 million NT dollars, or nearly $979,000, and estimates that 2025 total sales will reach new heights. Taiwan's convenience store sales have grown by an average of 7% annually in the past 3 years, which is more than before the epidemic and higher than the average annual increase of 2.5% in the commodity price index during the same period. According to statistics, Taiwan has an average of one convenience store for every 1,659 people, while Japan has an average of one convenience store for every 2,180 people. Based on land area, Taiwan has one store per 2.57 square kilometers, whereas Japan has one per 6.68 square kilometers. The ministry pointed out that Taiwan's convenience store hotspots are mostly concentrated in urban areas and around transfer stations. In order to meet local living functions and be close to consumer needs, they have gradually extended to suburban areas in recent years and expanded into themed stores and those with a wider product selection. Thanks for joining me for the news. I'm Michelle Chang. Stay tuned for another 50 minutes of English language features brought to you by Radio Taiwan International.
Hi, I'm Amanda Stevens, host of Tales of Our Time, a show where we discuss the stories that move us, what makes them so meaningful, and why others could or should find meaning in them as well. We tackle books, movies, podcasts, and more. Where there's a story, there's a reason to read. Catch us every Thursday at Radio Taiwan International or on our website at english.rti.org.tw.